Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel. Now then, on today's video we're going to be looking at this. It's the UDIRC 1609 Pro. It's a 1/16th scale mini drag car. Now there are lots of different versions of this chassis out there by UDIRC and people like Pinecone. There's lots of different bodies available. There's like Porsches, Beetles, Minis. But I'm going to tell you today why this is the one you should be going for. Now for some obscure reason, the sort of muscle car drag body tends to be a lot cheaper, and if you go for the Pro version you get several upgrades that you don't normally get on the other cars. So enough waffle, let's crack this box open and see why this version is the one you should be buying. Right then, in the box we get some stickers for the body, we get our parts and instruction manual, we get our USB battery charger, there looks to be a little screwdriver there and a metal wheel spanner. We get our transmitter, which has got loads of functions on it, like steering trim. We've got a steering dual rate as well. I think there's a throttle reverse and a steering reverse, and I think there might be a power adjustment feature. I think it might be that one on the side, not 100% sure at the moment. Now we've also got a knob to turn the ESP up and down, and that's basically a gyro that lives inside the electronics, which is very useful. And last but not least, we've got our little orange drag car. Now the looks of this thing are a little bit Marmite. I think you either love it or you hate it. I can't quite make my mind up whether I actually like the body on this thing, and it's got a little wheelie bar at the back, and that could be one of the reasons why this thing generally, as a rule of thumb, is the cheaper version of the others. Now one of the reasons why this thing may be discounted and not as popular as the others in the lineup is the fact that this is sold as a drag car, not a drift car. Even though the chassis and the electronics with the gyro are basically the same as those drift cars. All you would need to do at a future point is go out and buy a set of drift wheels, which aren't expensive, retrofit them, and there's your drift car. Now before we go any further, I forgot to mention the price of this thing. It's on Banggood at the moment for 66 quid, which is about $79. Now if you buy any of the other versions, even the non-pro versions, they normally hang around the sort of £90 to £100 mark. So by having the drag version there is quite a saving. And also thought I'd show you the lights before we tear this thing down, which are really bright, and there's a great big bar at the back as well, which I must admit does look pretty cool. That function is a power function. I think it's 50, 75 and 100% power. And I forgot to mention that this controller does actually take 4 AAA batteries, which you have to supply. Right then, now we've got his clothes off, I will show you one of the many reasons why you should be buying the Pro version. And the first and obvious one is the fact that this has got oil shocks. Now the normal versions come with like friction dampers, which are absolutely useless, but this version, the Pro version, you actually get a decent set of oil shocks on it, and I think they are actually adjustable by the looks of things. Now if you were to buy these shocks on their own, I think they're about 15 quid, something like that, 15 to 20 pounds for a set. So you immediately you get a decent set of shocks on this thing. The battery lives there. It is a little lithium ion unit, and let's have a quick butcher's as to the output. What have we got here? 1200 milliamp hour. So we've got a little 1200 milliamp hour lithium ion battery, and here we've got our dual ESC and receiver, and that's got all the clever gyro electronics in, which help stabilize and steer the car. This is driving a 3-wire micro steering servo, and this is another reason why you should be buying the Pro version, is the fact that we've got adjustable steering links on it as well, so it can adjust for the tow in and tow out on the front wheels. Now then, the other major difference is in the brushless motor. With the Pro version, you get the 28mm can. On the ordinary brushless version of this, you get the 24. So you basically get the same motor that's in the HBX 16889 PRO, but it comes in this chassis as well. So not only on the Pro version are you getting oil shocks, you're also getting adjustable steering links and a great big Pro motor as well. So I've pretty much pulled this thing down into its constituent parts to check if there's any other differences between the Pro version and the non-Pro version. And things like the drive shafts and the plastic parts like the hubs and the suspension, they're pretty much the same as the ordinary versions, if you like. There's no real differences there. I mean, there we can see our shock absorbers there, those really cool little quality budget type, and they do feel really plush and nice actually. The tyres incidentally are really soft on this drag version, really soft, and there's no foams in or anything, but the compound's super sticky. We can also have a look at the great big brushless motor you get in this thing, and it is in fact a BL Motors 2838 3200 kV. Now this is a 2838. I believe the standard brushless motor in the brushless version is, I think it's a 2435 or something, so you can see how much bigger the Pro motor is in this, and of course our sort of 3-wire micro steering servo there. Now the other major differences with the Pro are actually in the transmission itself. Now I'll bring you over here so you can have a better look. If we open up the top of the diff cover here, we can have a look at the diffs inside, and the normal versions, even the brushless versions, are plastic, and in the Pro version we actually get a full metal differential, which is nice, and also these bevel gears on the end of the center drive shaft, they're metal. The only non-metallic gear actually in the whole transmission is the main reduction gear off the motor, and that's the only plastic gear you get in the transmission. Now why they couldn't have swapped that out while they were there for a metal one, I don't know. So I suppose if anything's going to get chewed up, it'll be that one that gets chewed up first. So basically with the Drag Car Pro version, you're actually getting, apart from the reduction gear, full metal transmission. Now you can actually buy these diffs separate and upgrade your UDI RC or your Pinecone models at a later date. But the thing is, with the Drag Car, with the Pro version, you're getting it at that cheaper price, and you're getting all these trick bits and pieces in at the same time. So basically, would I recommend the UDIRC 1609PRO to you guys? And I'm going to say absolutely yes. If you're in the market for one of these little drift cars, don't actually go and buy the drift car. Buy the drag car, because the electronics are the same. Get yourself some drift wheels and save yourself sort of 30-40 quid in the process. Also, while while you are buying the Pro version, you get the better shocks, you get the metal transmission, you get the bigger motor. It's a no-brainer really. So I wouldn't even bother looking at the Beetle or the Mini or the Porsche variant. I'd just go and buy the drag version and stick some drift wheels on it, if that's what I wanted to do. Anyway, if you want the car, there will be a link in the description to where you can go and get it from. It is on promo at the moment on Banggood, so they probably won't give me a promo code for it. So there is some money off already if you did want this little drag car. And as ever, if you found the video of some use and interest, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're feeling that way inclined, hit that subscribe button for more similar future content. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you again very, very soon. Thank you.